Tinaheals.com. Yes, it was unplanned, my impromptu live. But then I had already committed to doing the 12 signs prediction the other day. But it's been so hectic that I wasn't able to. So before I begin, I would like, this Navaratri is on. And as you know, I'm releasing a ton of content every single day, mantras and goddess worship. Much more to come. So do consider becoming a member. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and let's delve straight into the 12 signs prediction. Now, how this is going to happen is I shall explain the houses that Rahu and Ketu will be moving into for all of you guys. And then I will be doing an Vedic astrological prediction, as well as I will pull a tarot card for each sign. Okay, so the cards are saged and they are ready to tell you what you need to know. But before I begin, I want to call upon Uchishta Ganpati, the eighth form of Ganesha, who is like the father of astrology actually, and numbers and all of that, to give me the high red, to give me the opportunity to predict all the correct stuff for you guys, so you guys know what to expect for this 19-month transit. And it's going to be quite intense because Rahu and Ketu, I've made a video separately on Rahu and Ketu if you want to know more. So check that out. Now let's get straight to the 12 sign predictions. Now, for those of you that want it in a written form, please go to my blog. I have already published this in written form, except Pisces, which I'll do tonight. Now the rest, all of your predictions are already published in text, so you can go and have a look. Okay, but the tarot cards are extra. So the predictions for each signs will be first the astrology and the tarot. Now I've got remedies as well, remedies for Rahu as well as Ketu for all the signs. So I was going to do the remedies together, but I don't know. Let's just begin. Maybe I'll do a completely separate live for remedies, because otherwise it can tend to stretch really long, and people will not know what to do. And those of you watching, please put timestamps for your predictions. Okay, so once you put the timestamps, and other people will greatly benefit. So let's straight begin with Aries, right? So Rahu is moving into the first sign of the Vedic zodiac, okay, the sidereal zodiac, and it is now transiting from second house, which is Taurus, to the first house, Rahu. Okay, and Ketu from the 8th to the 7th, because 7th being Libra is the polarity of Aries. So now which of your houses are getting affected? The first house and the second house, both Kendra houses, so very, very important houses. Okay, when you look at a chart, whether it be D1 or whether it be moon or whether it be D9, you look to 1, 4, 7, 10 for for your most important planets, basically. Okay, now before I begin, there are some videos pending for the members. I will get to it, and soon I'll inform you guys about that. Now let's start with domestic disputes for Aries. There will be troubles, especially if you're a male native. You will see that there are lots of bickering, there's lots of confusion, chaos, right? And open enemies, like people who are vocal about their dislike for you. Like they're like, I don't like you, like those people don't like you. They could be competitors, they could be colleagues, they could be even family people who openly dislike you. And at this time, they will be very vocal, very vociferous about it. Okay, they are not going to mince their words. They're going to come at you, and they're going to just lay it out for you. Okay, Aries, and nobody understands laying it out like you do. So that's what will happen. Now there will be a lot of adjustments that you will have to face with regards to your professional life. Okay, some of the challenges you face, they're going to point you towards the right direction. So fret not, bear with all that, and eventually the right path will open up before you. Now some of you Aries may lose your job. Like I said, that fret not. You're being pushed to the right point, to the right place where you need to be. Okay, now money also, there could be money loss, and an overall melancholic feeling of not having enough. Okay, and I mean, a billionaire could feel like they don't have enough. Of course, a beggar on on the road can feel the same. So it's about what makes you happy. It's about what inspires you, what keeps you going, right? So this feeling of not having enough, this could gnaw at you, Aries. So you just have to be careful about that. I suggest do not buy a house. All those looking to buy a house, do not buy a house till May end. Now, importantly, Rahu is harsh speech. So, in the first house, please be careful of what you say, right? Harsh speech can be, excessively accurate, excessively like just putting it out there, and you can really, really land up hurting a lot of people or alienating a lot of people. And you may not even realize you're doing so because you just, tend to lay it out. So just be careful of that. Now, there will be a lot of stress. Okay, first house being affected with Rahu, and insatiable hunger. So, with desires, with ambitions comes a kind of dis-ease or a stress. So there'll be this kind of stress which can get quite excessive actually, and you're worried about your future. Okay, you're worried about your future. You don't know what tomorrow brings. You're worried about your marriage because you don't know whether this is it or not. So all this kind of feelings, they can plague you, right? You also may feel extremely greedy at this point, like avaricious. So it's important to demarcate between pure hubris and real needs or your ambitions, to clearly demarcate that line, to understand that, okay, now I'm just pushing it because I'm being greedy, or I'm not giving another person their right share. Why? Because I'm being greedy. Seventh house is also partnerships, remember, not just marriage. Now, there will be a lot of disturbed dreams, and Rahu also signifies mental delinquency. So, this may manifest in some areas. There could be mental disturbances of all kinds that ultimately lead to the diagnosis of some psychological dis-ease. Remember, before it becomes a disease, it lives in the astral as dis-ease. Okay, so keep that in mind. There will be a lot of false beliefs. Okay, a lot of false beliefs that you may anchor yourself to, so that you have to figure out what is delusion, because Rahu Ketu are both agents of delusion or illusion. Okay, they can delude us. Now, divorce is possible, even on the cards for some of you. Humiliation, because something you may have done at work, or if you've been doing something wrong in the company where you're a partner, you can face humiliation. Like I said, open enemies are very active right now, so they're looking to show you up. Understand? So you have to be very clear about what you're doing. And also the ancient texts say that Ketu in the seventh house can make you keep company with lowly women. What does lowly women mean? It means a woman stands for the feminine, not only as a woman, but the feminine within us. The feminine traits are nurturing, intuitiveness. So when we say evil woman, we usually mean a kind of toxic understanding of motherhood or femininity. Okay, so that could happen, that you start hanging out with someone who is very far removed from her feminine nature, and that could pose a problem for you, or maybe somebody who pushes you to do something illegal. Disease in the urinary tract is possible for many Aries, so take care of that. Sad to say that some of you Aries natives who are elderly may lose their wives at this time. So their erectile dysfunction is possible. Dementia I said mental delinquency and all kinds of mental problems can show up right now. Okay, so dementia. Wife will be extremely quarrelsome at this time. She's not going to listen to you. Forget listening to you. There will be constant conflicts at home, and you don't want to go into the house. Okay, you just want to stay away from home. So the thing is to balance that and to not just talk harshly to them, but to really have an open conversation. It's important. Now, accidents in water, Aries. So take care if you're going for that cruise. Take care of that. Also, loss of position and property. And remember that Rahu and Ketu's transit for Aries natives is possibly the most difficult transit, because now you have Rahu in your sign. And after 19 years, you have Rahu in your sign. So this is going to be quite a diabolic time for you guys. So all the best to you. I send you love. If you want to know more about the planet that rules Aries is Mars. So oftentimes, placement of Mars will tell you how you're dealing with Rahu. Right, today as we speak, there's a Mars Saturn conjunction. Okay, yeah, so all of these complications can happen. Chant Om Ran Rahave Namaha, Om Ran Rahave Namaha, Om Ran Rahave Namaha. Okay, yes, of course. I'm always available for readings and other things, so please do contact me. Now, let's do the remedies already, because, let's just be done with the remedies. Now, Aries people, Rahu remedy. Rahu in the first house, wear silver in the neck, okay, and offer coconut in running water. Offer coconut in running water. Right, now coming to your Ketu remedies, if you guys can, please write them down for other people, so other people can also benefit, and you can share. Ketu remedies here. Ketu enters your 7th house, right? Now what you need to do is, one second, the Ketu remedies are here. Just have them with me right now. A lot of notes, like I said, it's gonna be a long Ketu remedies. So Ketu, you're going to experience this. You please drop me an email, because it won't be possible for me to answer your queries, because this is kind of like a complete predictions class, all channeled hardcore meditate in a hardcore meditative state. So just please follow through and try not to distract me. So again, offer coconut for 43 days. Okay, offer coconut for 43 days and keep solid iron balls of red color. Okay, so keep that in mind. Ketu remedies. Now let's come to the tarot card that we were going to pick. Each sign will get a prediction, Vedic astrological prediction. Then you get your remedies, Rahu, Ketu, and now you're going to get a tarot card. Okay, one tarot card to kind of saged for you guys and prepared. So let's see. Oh, money. Let's see what I pull for Aries. All right, a time of celebration for some of you. Like I said, that first house activation, depending upon the placement of your Rahu, of course, that and Rahu operates like Saturn, and also your Mars ascendant lord. There will be gatherings. There will be emotional fulfillment. So this card often signifies meeting someone new, and that is very much on the cards, because now many of you are going to exit your relationship, especially if it's not absolutely soulful. You're seeking something different, and Ketu will destroy. If your marriage is built on false pretenses, Ketu is going to destroy that. So be prepared for that. So we have 3 of cups for Aries. If there's any Aries individual, just write 3 of cups tarot card. Okay, so that's the card you need to concentrate on to manifest this kind of beautiful meeting with someone, and it's gonna be really nice. So let's keep that in mind. Now we come to Taurus. So Taurus, your ruler is Venus. If you want to know more about Rahu Ketu, watch my first video. Now Rahu is moving from your first to your 12th house, and Ketu is moving from ninth to 8th. So 12th house and 8th house activation can be quite a dangerous time. So Taurus moons, Taurus ascendants, this is again a challenging, for the lack of a better word, transit for you guys. 12th house dissipation, 12th house, all kinds of places of seclusion, 8th house death, rebirth, sex. So it's going to be an intense transit, to say the least, right? So now we come to this 12th house brings a lot of confusion. This, when Ketu will come into your 12th house, it's going to bring with it a lot of Rahu, sorry, a lot of confusion, mental delinquency, problems with the way you see things as to how they really are. There'll be a contradiction. There will be no clarity, but fear not, because you're going to have these intuitive outbursts where you're like, okay, wow, I didn't think of it like that. Wow, can that truly translate to this? So there's going to be that always happening with that 8th and the 12th house activation. Literally a time of listening to what the ancestors speak, to what messages from spirit that you hear right now, Taurus. Okay, it's going to be a time for you to step aside from this regular Venusian humdrum and to truly tune in, because 8th house, 12th house, these are intense houses. This is about a deep internal process, right? Now you will be unable to discern what's the right path, what's good for you, what's good for your family, being confronted with a lot of chaotic situations, 12th house dissipation. So, when something dissipates, think of the monks creating a mandala the whole day, sometimes for over 24 hours, the monks create a mandala, which is infinitely intricate and complex, and then after the invocation of the deity, they blow out the sands, and the sands get lost in time and space. So like that could be very unsettling for someone as materialistic as Taurus, because here you see something that you've built and then it just dissipates before you, just disappears before you. Someone you love, you see them just disappear in front of you, they just leave. You don't know where they are. You don't have these answers. So your powers of discernment, let's just say, will not be at their prime functioning. So keep that in mind. However, allow, flow, be. Always chant, allow, flow, be. Take a deep breath, allow, flow, be. And Venus is none other than the auspicious Mahalakshmi. So just say Om Shrim, okay, for that. Now, as I said, that 12th house can be inspirational too. It's mystical. So, you have these moments of inspiration that come to you. And Rahu is, futuristic. Rahu's technology, electricity. So you have this inspiration to innovate. You may have been thinking of something that you want to launch, or may have come up with a product. It could be a professional product as well. So you've come up with that and you want to bring this forward. Now is the time to sit on that product, work on that product, innovate, come up with new ideas, because Rahu gives this fresh new perspective, hungry to know more, hungry to learn more, and that actually works, right? So there. Now we've got this out of the box thinking. And it could be about deep taboo issues as well. That's 8th house. So it could be about deep sexual healing, healing from some kind of, traumatic thing, because the 12th house and the 8th house gives us that rebirth thing, that healing, understanding that there is a truth far higher than just 2 plus 2 4. There are infinities encased in infinities. If there ever was an oxymoron, there is one. Now, looks will be very important. How you look, how you present yourself, how you come across to people. I mean, that's anyway important to Taurians. But now, it's going to be really important. And you can, spend much money. Thank you. And you can spend much money on just keeping up appearances. Okay, just keeping up appearances. You may want to spend a lot of money, and you want to maintain that image, right? You want to maintain that image. You want people to see that Venusian side to you, and you're ready to spend that money, even if it hurts you. You're ready to spend that money now. Just be careful. 12th house is expenditures. Okay. Now, you will be attractive. Believe me, you will appear very attractive, almost like an ethereal glow about you. That 8th house activation, all things sexual. You feel heightened. Okay. All your 5 senses are heightened right now. And, to go out there, to socialize with people, to maintain the right circle of friends, expenses will be tremendous. So keep that in mind. You may be, involved with some kind of unprofitable ventures. So keep that in mind, unprofitable ventures. Think before you make an investment. That's going to be really important for you. You may be hospitalized. Some of you, fear not. 12th house is also hospitals, like it is places of seclusion. So some of you may decide to stay in an ashram as well, go to maybe a Vipassana center, right? So that's possible. Now, some of you will get in some kind of complications with legal authorities or with the law, okay? As simple as drunk driving, but 12th house activation also brings about this predilection towards intoxication. So you want to get high, okay? You want to get high and then you get caught. So that could happen. Hospitalization may happen, incarceration, getting in conflict with the police, or some kind of legal trouble can come your way, okay? Now, if you have any kind of illness right now, they can be very hard to diagnose. Very hard to diagnose. So be careful of that, okay? A lot of you guys are going to move for work, and your 12th house is like long distance travel. So you're going to travel, you're going to move for work. And this can cause a veritable separation from the spouse. And of course, long distance relationships, it can be good. It can, husband, wife can make it work, but it also brings with it its own kind of challenges. And I'm afraid, but not all couples can withstand a long distance relationship, okay? Now, so this separation from spouse is gonna cause a lot of, anxiety, and this could lead to drinking or going out excessively. Now, some of you will get involved in some nefarious dealings that you want to keep hidden from your family and friends, okay? And you'll work really hard. You'll work really hard to keep all these misdeeds hidden, right? Remember 8th house sex, so you may land up having sex with someone. Could be a one-night stand, could be something that develops into an affair also. But just be careful, okay? Because no matter what, no matter how hard you try to keep things hidden, no matter how much you may lie, things, the truth inevitably has a way to come out. It comes out inevitably. You cannot avoid it. So better not, go into that direction. Just be careful. Some of you will lose interest in your religion. 12th house also religion. So 8th house also Tantra. 8th house is deeply connected to the occult, the esoteric. So when these two get activated, again, a kind of, apathy can occur towards systems that you have been brought up with. So you just lose interest. It's a good time to then look at all religions, possibly study theosophy, pick up the secret doctrine, because it's a really good time to question religion as a whole. As I've said, that religion comes from one base text. All of humanity's religions are actually completely intertwined. We just don't realize that. And I told you the focus of my work is to syncretize all of this information, okay? And give it to you, give you the similarities. Tell you, okay, this is different, but this is why it's different. But this is so similar. At the base of it, it is so similar. The roots are all one, okay? Yeah, we may have grown out into different branches and branched out, but we have one root, believe me. So if you are losing interest in religion, then also a good time to maybe look at spirituality, Reiki, and body work and all of that. 8th house, sexual healing. So sexual trauma people, this is a really good time to work through your issues. Otherwise, if you've had some kind of sexual trauma, Rahu, signifying mental delinquency, can repropel all of these traumas even further. So just keep that in mind. There will be wasteful and disturbed sleep. So many of you will develop sleep disorders, Taurus. Okay, sleep disorders, very possible. And insomnia, narcolepsy, sleep apnea, or recurring nightmares. So good time to induce lucid dreaming and try to heal through lucid dreaming. Now, there will also be many shady partnerships, right? That I said already, losses from unprofitable ventures. So you are going to come across some people who will pretend to be, your friends, and then you will see that all is not what it is. And because of these shady new friendships that you develop, you may land up losing your true friends. And people may just be like, okay, we've had it. And you found your new group of friends, so just go out. Your old friends may say that, especially if you have a real friend who is willing to tell you what it is, okay? Their success does not come easily at this time, so don't expect this to be a wildly successful transit, Taurus. Depending upon the placement, of course, of your Venus, your ascendant lord, depending upon the placement of Rahu and Ketu, you will better understand how it will play out for you. But generally, it's a very hard transit for Taurians. Aries, very hard. Taurians, very hard. Quarrels with family, quarrels with friends, quarrels with, associates, all of that. Injury through a weapon. So, if you are a Taurus moon or Taurus rising and you are in the battlefield, chances are high that you can get shot. Or even like injury through a weapon, like even if you're just standing and protesting, you can get hurt. So be careful, the injury through a weapon, even just getting cut by a knife. Okay, a knife, I know we have knives at our homes, but knife can be a deadly weapon. So if you just have a gun and you're fooling around with the gun with your friends and just goes off and you get injured. So injury through a weapon is very possible at this time. So just be careful, Taurus, okay? Don't do anything silly. There will be disappointments. What do you expect? 12th house is not your regular house. It brings forth all these unpleasantness, all this mystical vibes, all of this, discomfort that we have to sit with. And 8th and 12th house activation means you have to sit with that discomfort. Instead of flipping out, you have to sit with that discomfort. Okay, now and there could also be disease of the private parts, okay, sexual parts, private parts, so take care of that. Now we will come to your remedies. So for your Rahu remedies, it's tons and tons of channeled information, believe me guys, it is absolutely cray the amount of information there is here. So Taurus, wear gold, yellow, saffron color clothes. This is your Rahu remedy, okay? Rahu in the second house. And second remedy, be nice to mom, please be nice to your mother. Always remember that. Now we come to your Ketu remedy, okay? Ketu remedy, we've got Taurus, worship Lord Ganesha. Please worship Lord Ganesha. Om Gam, Om Gang. My Uchishta Ganpati's mantra is Hasti Pisasi Lighe Swaha. Or you can just say any Ganpati mantra. There are many, and if I start saying that, it's going to be like 10-15 minutes. Second remedy for Ketu, Ketu in the 8th house, okay, is donate black and white blanket in a temple. Donate black and white, hi Adam, donate black and white blanket in a temple, Taurus, okay. Now you've got Rahu remedy, you've got your astrological predictions, you've got your Rahu remedies, you've got your Ketu remedies. Now one card for Taurus moons and ascendants, okay. Cards are sage, cards are ready to go. Oh my, the beach of primordial intelligence. Oops. Do you see that? 3 cards fell actually. So I'm going to put them back because, you know, it's one card assigned. So we're just going to put them back. They obviously jumped out. Okay. Quarreling. Okay. Quarreling. Okay. Competitiveness. Fighting with someone. Okay. Not really a serious thing, but quarrels. Okay, quarrels. Remember that 8th house of death is activated, so just be careful with things. Okay, so now we move on to my next sign, which is Gemini. Okay, now Gemini, your ruler is Mercury. It is Rahu's movement is from 12th to the 11th house, and Ketu's movement is from 6th to 5th. Okay, now first and foremost is tons and tons of money will be spent, so be prepared. Tons of money will be spent. At this time you want good things, okay. Ketu moving into 5th, and Ketu creates all kinds of delusions, so you know, you may feel like you want to be attractive and you want to, you know, invest all of this money, and you may land up losing a lot of money. Or you know, where you take a course online, and I'm sorry Adam, it's too long for me to read. I'm just completely concentrated. I'll read it later. So if it's anything urgent, drop me a message please. So tons of money is going to be spent, okay, and you will crave in a way for luxury things. You will crave for luxury things, okay, so remember that. And you know, if you're there binge drinking and you're there on Amazon Prime, and suddenly the night's over and you realize that you bought a ton of junk, okay, and you're going to feel very upset because, like, I spent all of this money and now I'm left with all this unproductive stuff that I really don't have any use for. So what do you need? What do you want? Okay, if you've got like 4 or 5 purses and you just want one more purse, tone it down right now. Tone it down, okay? Now listen, you want intimacy, and why not? 5th house activation by Ketu, you want intimacy, but you also have this, you know, inherent need to experiment. So many of you can develop a roving eye, like, oh, is that, you know, is that person or this person or that person or this person? So the roving eye, you know, is not going to do you good. So there will be tons of travel plans. OMG, tons of travel plans, and some of them will get foiled, and this can, you know, greatly cause you distress, but don't worry about that. Some some of you guys are gonna get one overseas trip. Oh boy, what a trip that will be. Okay, Gemini, Moon, Sun, rising. One overseas trip that's going to change your life. Okay, and a lot of things can come out of this. Believe me when I say a lot of things can come out of this. So, that, right? Family will be irate. Okay, so fights in the family, confusion, lack of communication, and all of that. Spouse will be very jealous, especially if you're, go gallivanting all over the place and you're not spending any time with him or her. Then, this can be the cause of massive jealousy, right? And outbursts. Now, from April, there will be sudden windfalls, like financial, windfalls. You just get a ton of money and you're like, wow, I got this money, and it was out of the blue. It was unexpected. Like, you did not expect that. 11th house always brings about a gift. Remember that. Now, if you've been working really hard, okay, ask for a raise. Gemini, Moon, Sun, Ascendants, ask for a raise and you will get it, right? If you have been working on an idea about to start up, you will get money now and you will get to start or launch your product or your business or, your idea, all of that, right? I do see that a lot of businesses, by Gemini natives, are going to take off. A lot of Gemini natives are going to start their own business right now, and all the best to you guys. Enhanced earnings, what can I say? Come April, mid-May, actually, enhanced earnings. You will be earning, you may even have multiple avenues of earning. Keep that in mind. Many sources, but there'll be conflicts with an elder sibling. So could be family related issues, could be you have a fight in a large gathering or something. The 11th house is still gathering, so big gatherings. Now, you will have no trust because you feel like, my brother did this to me, my sister did this to me. Who do I trust? I'm fighting repeatedly with my spouse. I don't even have such a good relationship with my mom or my dad. So who do I trust? And this lack of trust, it's going to trouble you. It's going to eat away. It's going to gnaw away at you. Okay, of course, check the placement of Mercury as well as Rahu and Ketu in your D1 and D9 charts just to begin with. Right, that'll be the first bit that you need to get going. Right, and now from mid-April, okay, we are almost at mid-April. So if you've been planning on making huge investments, then this is the time. Okay, you will be very capable, but there'll be a cutthroatness about you. Okay, cutthroatedness about you. There'll be a shameless vibe about you. I want what I want, and I'm just gonna get it. I don't care what you think. I don't care what society feels. I'm just gonna go and get it. So that, okay, and there will be a lot of prosperity. Okay, even though you are good, having all these shady dealings, some of you, not all of you, but you will have overall prosperity. And if you continue on with the remedies, you will surely have a lot of prosperity. Your troubles, okay, mark my words, your troubles will plague a lot of you. So, try not to use the bud and stick all the wax in. Just be careful of what you do with your ears. Now, the best thing for you, Gemini, would be to learn to control your breath. Learn to breathe. Learn to understand inhalation, retention, exhalation, suspension. Understand your breath, Gemini. That is what I seriously request. Okay? Now, Many of you are becoming religious, as in not just religious as a fanatical religious person, but you have an interest in religion. Okay, what is this? What was said in the scriptures? What was the meaning of this? Is there a deeper meaning to this? So maybe I go online and I search this up. And this can really enrich you. Looking at scriptures right now, okay, it can really enrich you. Now, some Geminis who have passed away, you will be awarded with post-mortem, awards. You will be given a post-mortem award. Some of you Geminis who have already passed away. Okay, this is the time that, especially if this has been your Rahu, Mahadasha, Ketu Mahadasha, depending upon the placement, depending upon your ascendant lord. Even if you have passed away, you shall receive post-mortem achievements, awards, accolades, recognition, post-mortem recognition for many Geminis. Okay? Good deeds, good deeds. Rahu in that 11th house, you want to do good deeds. You're hungry to do good deeds in a way you've never been before. Now, Ketu in the 5th can cause some problems. It can make you unsteady of mind, especially for a Gemini ascendant, okay? It gives us sort of a propensity for evil thoughts and evil conjectures. So, ancient texts often label it as evil minds. So, think of what that means, evil minds. Now, stomach complaints. Stomach complaints can happen. There could be a loss or separation from kids, from your children. 5th house is the house of kids. So, Ketu causes separation oftentimes. And oftentimes also death. So, some women may even face, Gemini, moon, sun, ascendants may face rainbow babies, which can be a deeply traumatic time, and they need womb healing, okay? Now, and it could be a separation from kids because, a divorce, or like I said, you may want to travel, okay? You may be very busy with work as well, so keep that in mind. Vata issues can really trouble you, windy complaints, okay? So it's if you have Vata issues, you can write to me on how to balance the doshas, and I'll tell you. Mental anguish can, anyway, Gemini people understand when I say mental anguish, but this constant worrying will get you nowhere. So just concentrate and do the remedies. So here we have Rahu remedies for our Gemini people. Do not keep any ivory in the house, okay? And second is do Surya Puja or invoke the sun. I have a video on how to invoke the sun. Remember that Rahu in the 3rd, actually, this placement makes the sun a double benefic. So if you feed that sun, you're going to get blessings from Surya Devata, or the sun himself. So do remedies of the sun. Please the sun. Okay, now Ketu remedies. Let's get straight to Gemini. Keep a dog. First remedy, keep a dog. And remedy number 2 is respect father-in-law and all elders. Right, so we've got Rahu Ketu done. Now let's check your tarot. Okay, let's check your tarot, Gemini. You've got your astrological reading. You've got your remedies for Rahu as well as Ketu, and now you're getting a tarot card. So let's get straight to it. Oh my. So 2 of Wands, you're waiting for something. You're eagerly waiting for something. And, 11th house is a place of blessing. 5th house is also a place of blessing. But, when you have 2 of Wands, it does mean, it also means that you have to have had made the right decisions. Do expect a decent outcome. So ultimately, you could be waiting in futility if you feel like, you did everything that you could, but you actually didn't, because you have to look at it objectively. So you're waiting for something to come to you. But for some of you, this is also a doorway that you have to walk through. Okay? There's certain things are hidden, but you have hope. You have hope, you have clear skies to get your work done, right? Twos are always, binaries, contradiction, conflict, but also coupling. Creative ideas can be coupled together. Fifth house of love. Twos always have that coupling energy. Keep that in mind, okay? So you've got Gemini is done. Now we move to Cancer, okay? So great. We move to Cancer now. Now Cancer, Rahu is moving into your 11th, from your 11th to your 10th house. And Ketu is moving from your 5th to your 4th house, okay? Now 10th and 4th, quiet, family and career. Like, can you counterbalance that? I don't know. Let's see. So come mid-April, okay, you will see an increase in your social status, like who you were, how you were perceived by people. We'll see a marked rise, elevation. People are like, okay, this person, wow, you have some. Uh, People will give you accolades. People will finally see all the caring, all the nurturing that you bring to the table. People will see that. So you will see an increase in your social status, but there could be sudden disgrace as well as, a humiliation, and a downfall is also possible. Like you climb quickly and then there's sudden disgrace, especially if you've been, cheating or lying or doing something that you're not supposed to do. You will see that you get discovered, and sudden rise and sudden falls. 10th house of career, Rahu through 10th, sudden rise and sudden fall. So this is something you've got to understand. You've got to keep up the remedies. You've got to feed Rahu and Ketu positive vibrations. Okay, now there will be bold career moves. I mean, something that you don't expect from a Cancerian, to be bold about your career, to just go out there and do it. But I mean, you should be actually, but that depends a lot on the placement of Mars, because Mars rules your 10th. But even then, with Mars just ruling that 10th house, you love to be brave about your career, okay? You love to be just go out and make these bold decisions. But you can't always do that. And now is this hunger inside of you. There's this hunger inside of you, and you feel bold. Like, I want to do this, and you go after it, and people are like stunned, because that's not like you. Yeah, it's not like me, because I've changed. I've got Rahu moving through my 10th, so it's time to make some bold moves, so that is going to happen. And many of you want to make consciously bring changes to your career. And that's great, because this is the time. If you've been waiting for this is the time, especially if your nakshatra is ruled by Rahu or Ketu. Okay? So you're going to feel like you want to bring this change in your career. You want to change your path maybe. Who knows? It's possible. Okay? And now you may not feel like you look your best at all times, because you may feel like your clothes are not what you want them to be, because when you see other people and you see them all dressed up and you see them in like maybe designer wear, and you can feel like you're ill-clad in front of them, but you will be noticed. Worry not. Worry not. Ketu in the 4th house can oftentimes do this. Rahu in the 10th can also bring this, the garb, the person, the clothes. It can be like, of less quality. So ill-clad is possible. However, you're very obliging. I mean, that's something that all you Cancerians can get behind, but you're very obliging. If you are trying to get pregnant, and especially doing IVF and other such methods, you may find that pregnancy is not as easy as you thought it might be. Pregnancy can be complicated. Um, Limited children, okay, at this time. However, charismatic, you speak few words, you don't talk a lot, but whatever you say tends to have an effect on people, even though you're not dressed in the latest designer wear and you don't look like you've just walked off a runway, but people see your charisma. That's just innate in you, your innate charisma is visible to people. So keep that in mind. Uh, you can be quite aggressive in speech at this time. Also, not terribly polite. And this is not something that Cancerians can do. They're very polite, if anything. Um, I mean, they can be moody, are ruled by the moon after all. But still, there's a politeness about Cancer. There's a sweetness, if anything. I won't say polite. Maybe Libra is more the polite types. But there's a sweetness to Cancer, which is the way they say things, and they really don't want to hurt you, okay? They can be mean and vindictive, but overall, generally, okay? Uh, and you will not want to follow any kind of social mores or etiquettes or even traditions, so you'll question traditions. And at this time, you may get an opportunity to earn through unfair means. And some of you may decide to take it. Some of you may decide that, I'm just going to make this money. If your father's been sick, he recovers, and done the, if you follow the correct remedies, your father will have a long life. Okay, long life. And he will be able to see this career rise that you're going to have. Be prepared for sudden changes. Again, I cannot stress enough, be prepared for sudden changes in career. There could be sudden loss of land, property, or vehicles, okay, cars. Mother can be depressed and sick at this time. So, you have to pay attention to your mother. Okay, she can be depressed, she can be sick. Now, many Cancerians will be forced to confront themes of adoption, okay, adoption, or you move home. Maybe you move home because of someone, and then you move there and you discover that you're living at the mercy of others. So that can, completely deflate your self-esteem. Now, be careful of who you call friends at this time, because friends can backstab you. There will be fights with siblings, and they may think that you're being an attention whore because you want to be seen. You want to be, even your social media posts, if your sister comes and puts a ha because she thinks like, you're just being an attention whore. But they don't understand this necessity to be seen that, Rahu brings in the 10th house. You want people to notice you. Yeah, not just your work. You want people to notice you. And that's going to be very important, okay? So, and friends and family may not understand that impulse, right? So, if you have a hobby that you're really good at, this is the time to monetize that hobby. Okay, you can monetize that hobby, and you can make a living. Some of you Cancerians will be making money from stocks and shares and cryptos and NFTs and blockchain based technologies. Many Cancerians, it's very possible. There will be a lot of politics at work. People can be, spreading rumors about you. People can be, showing you in the wrong light, and you just don't understand how to deal with it. Just step back, okay? Step back. Now, if you feel the politics is getting too much, please shift jobs, because the universe is offering you this chance to shift your career. Okay, no matter how old you are, it's coming your way. You can shift, you can move, you can go somewhere where you are loved, respected, appreciated. So if you have a website, or if you're on social media, you want to be an influencer, you want to sell some products, then this is the time to spruce up your social media profiles. Your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Twitter, your Instagram, get working on that, get working on your website. Now, media and information technology, or IT people, will see a great rise. It's Rahu in the 10th house, Rahu's technology. So all those Cancerians working with technology, working also, social media people, they're going to see this. Instagram influencers, you're going to see a huge hike in stats. Okay. And a lot of you guys may be transferred, especially salaried folk. You can be transferred from where you live currently. Okay. Just work with the IT professionals, just work with your innovative ideas, come up with innovations, make a PPT, a PowerPoint presentation, and speak to the right people. This is your time. Now, if you have a foreign associate you're working with, that person will bring you great business. Cancerians, if you're working with a foreigner, that person brings great chances, so great opportunities. So keep that in mind. Now we come straight to Rahu remedies. We come to Cancer, wear silver. Okay. And this is the first remedy. B is offer 400 grams of coriander or almonds, or both, in flowing water. So coriander is dhania. Wherever you are, I'm sure coriander is available. It's an herb. So get 400 grams of coriander, 400 grams of almond, depending upon your financial situation. Offer one or both in running water. Okay. And this is going to be a great remedy for Rahu. Believe me, for Cancer, moons and ascendants. Now we come straight to Ketu remedies. Ketu, we come to Cancer, affecting your 10th house. What we do is keep pot full of honey in the house. Keep pot full of honey in the house. And B is adopt a senior dog. A plus, if adopt a dog, but make sure the dog is 8+ years. It's a great Ketu remedy for the 4th house. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now we move on to your tarot reading, Cancer. So let's get your tarot reading going, and one card for each sign. Depending upon the placement of your moon, depending upon Rahu Ketu placements, and of course Mars and Venus, because these signs are Libra and Aries. And then of course, if you are ruled by a nakshatra of Rahu, for instance, Rahu rules Ardra, Rahu rules Swati, Rahu rules Satavisha, then you're going to feel it. And Ketu rules Ashwini, Ketu rules Magha, Ketu rules Mula. So these guys are really going to feel it, these Rahu and Ketu ruled people, whenever Rahu and Ketu move axis. So let's get a card. Anybody watching who's Cancer, please put a time stamp for the tarot card. Okay, I was speaking about help and IT people, social media people. You're getting the money you want, you're getting the recognition you want, you're getting the patronage you want. This card is about patronage. So you're getting the right patronage. Isn't that awesome? Okay, 6 of Pentacles, money, 10th house transit. I mean, money. Okay, but just be careful of unprofitable ventures. That could plague you. Now we come straight to Leo, the 5th sign of the zodiac. Now Leo, Rahu is moving from your 10th to your 9th house, and Ketu is moving from your 4th to your 3rd house. Okay. Now at this point, you will feel during this transit, you will feel high aspirations. Okay, you feel you want to do big, you want to be seen, but some of you will engage in nefarious deeds. Okay, evil deeds, wicked deeds. Now you may feel like no matter what, your opponents are getting the better of you. They're thwarting your every move. It's like, you have someone in your camp who's giving your personal information to them. You may feel like that. Um don't, because this can cause a lot of problems for others. And how are they going to see you through this? You just need to calm down. No matter how badly you think you are being defeated, it's all right. Why not change your perspective? Why not try to see things from their point of view, right? So that's also something that you can do. Try to see things from their point of view. Now, rudeness in speech, yes. Third house, Ketu, and Rahu, ninth house. Uh, there will also be a kind of selfishness that Leo, Moon, Sun, Leo ascendants will face. A kind of selfishness, a kind of fanaticism, okay, a kind of cunning, insidious way of operating. We don't, associate Leos with such underhanded and cunning activities, but it could happen. And self-serving, Leo's always self-serving, but I mean, some of you may be taking that a bit too seriously, okay? So just be careful of that. Interest in scriptures, ninth house is also scriptures. So, interest in scriptures may develop, but there will be a need to boss over and dominate others, right? Now, Ketu in the third brings wealth, untold wealth, okay? Good health. It also brings this energy to defeat your enemies, especially if your Ketu is well placed and you do a Dhumavati Havan or you do a Dhumavati Kavach, okay? And it's really going to benefit you. But one may lose a brother. Some Leo moons and rising people may lose a brother, okay? Could be at war, could be, across 7 seas in a different land. There could be a loss of a brother. Now, this particular transit of Ketu in the third, in the house of communication, it makes one very quarrelsome. You're ready to fight. You're ready to just, have your point of view seen. You're like the sun burns. You're like, see me. This is what it is. This is how I want it. This is how it's going to be. Now, also makes you very anxious and broody. Third house, Gemini, natural zodiac, nervous system. So again, broody, arm and shoulder problems. Okay, look, I am a Leo ascendant and I've already got this right hand, I've got a tennis elbow, I've got this carpal tunnel syndrome because of excessive writing, typing, and I feel it's getting exacerbated. So that arm and shoulder problems, if you have like a tennis elbow, if you're playing some kind of sports and you can injure yourself, people who type, sit on the computer for hours on end, you can have this carpal tunnel syndrome. Okay, so I'll take care of your arm and shoulder. So again, Brahma Mudra is very good. Brahma Mudra I've taught you before in many videos. If you want to know more, drop me an email. Brahma Mudra, Pranayam, Tratak will greatly help you and alleviate your problems, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, that Rahu in the ninth brings complications with father. If you already have some simmering issues with your father, they just may, there could be a violent outburst. So there. You will yearn to travel at this time, and there will be a ton of money spent on unsuccessful travel plans. So this, as I say this is also a note to myself that I should not end up spending a ton of money on unsuccessful travel plans. Be mindful of that. Many of us are now going to be interested in religion and scriptures. We want to question. Rahu brings about this insatiable need to question everything, think for ourselves. And for me, I'm a Rahu ruled nakshatra. So, these transits hit me hard. Now, even at this time with this ninth house activation, you will question your beliefs that have been passed down to you from your family, generations to generations. You want to question them, like, is this even valid for me today as I stand on the threshold of moving to Mars? Is this even relevant? We stand on the threshold of an AI takeover, according to many. So is this even relevant, the scriptures that we've been taught, what we practice? A lot of us will be questioning this, believe me, and we'll try to come up with our own solutions. Our own intuitive grasp on things is going to get greatly enhanced through all of this questioning. Okay? Problems with the love life. Yes, a lot of complications with the love life. Won't be easy. Do not quit your job. Leo, please do not quit your job. No matter how dissatisfactory it is, stick it up for 19 months. Be absolutely quiet. You had Rahu in the 10th, okay? You should have changed your job. You should have done what you could. Now you have Rahu in the 9th, not a time to change your job. Okay? Build on what you have. Build on your skill set. Build on all of that, but do not shift jobs, please. Okay? Don't look for any other employment right now, this transit. Don't. Stick with what you're doing. Stick with what you have been doing all this while. Okay? You had your chance. Remember, Rahu went through your 10th. So you should have done whatever it is that you needed to do. So you can augur and build on that. You need to anchor yourself now. Okay? Now, there will be a crazy obsession with someone foreign. Okay, someone from across 7 seas, and you can see them online and you're like, oh my god, so obsessed with them that they like literally take up every moment of your waking hours. Your waking life is consumed by thoughts of them. So this obsession, control. There will be intrigues in foreign lands that can completely change the way you see things. Crazy mysteries, crazy intrigues. For those Leos that will travel across 7 seas, you will face some really beautiful intrigues. Ketu brings intrigues. So, Rahu also in his own way. But yeah, a lot of intrigues are going to come through this. And many of you will start studying a new course. Okay, so like I said, if you want to change your job, don't stick with it, but work on your resume. Get all that, extra stuff. Okay, do all those extra courses that you intended to do. Now is the time. Don't quit your job. Remember that. Some of you will become bigoted, and you could be spouting off lines from, say, the Bible or the Quran or the Bhagavad Gita to serve your own selfish ends and needs, okay, for your own selfish ends. So be careful of that. Do not quote the scriptures for selfish purposes, please, okay. I can't really have any, I don't know what to say. Guys hit on me, I don't think so. If they do, I don't care, so I don't notice. Anyway, let's get straight to some may meet their real guru at this time. 9th house is also guru. So that depending upon your Jupiter placements, okay, remember, depending upon your Jupiter placement. Why? Because Jupiter is literally, of course, a sign of your guru, and Jupiter is going to show you the way out. Thank you, Hemant. I think your name is Hemant. Yeah, Hemant, right? Yes. Hi, Hemant. Thank you for all your lovely comments. Greatly appreciated. Now, there will be a birth of a grandchild for some Leos. And for some Leos, there will be the birth of a third child. Some of you may have your third child now, so yippee coyote, right? Good. Okay, now let's get straight to remedies. First, we shall do Rahu remedies and then we shall do Ketu remedies. So, Rahu remedies for Leo is remarry your wife. Number one remedy, remarry your wife. You don't have to make it a huge gala event. You can just call a pandit and or whatever system you belong to, remarry your wife. Okay. B, keep silver plate underneath the main gate of your ancestral home. Okay. C, keep a solid silver statue of an elephant. A solid silver statue of an elephant. Okay, remember that. Now this was your Rahu remedies, right? And now we come to your Ketu remedies. So for Ketu, for Leo, I have, wait. Pa, pa, pa. It's just notes on notes on notes. So it gets really like, oh, okay. Wear onyx or emerald. Okay, but make sure that they are original. Now, remember that dogs are one of the best Ketu remedies. So if you can, adopt a dog. If you can, adopt a dog for your Ketu remedy and look after that dog. Okay, now we come to the tarot reading for Leo natives, moon and ascendant. You've had your astrological reading. Then you've had your remedies, Rahu remedy, Ketu remedy. If any of you watching, please put timestamps. It'd be really nice of you if you did. Now one card for my Leo moons and my Leo ascendants, okay? Yes, 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 but that, I think that's going to be a lot of work. But Reddy, I have your video that I still have to make on the 5th house. I have not forgotten. Temperance. Okay, temperance, wait, okay, wait, I have not forgotten, Red. Temperance is wait, have patience. For even if you don't understand the workings of the universe, your magic is being created. So all you need to do is, this is Archangel Raphael, and he's like literally creating this beautiful kind of like elixir, this elixir that he's creating. So just wait, you know. Such a stoic look on his face, you know, such strength. So now is the time. No, this is sidereal. This is Vedic. Okay. So now you had temperance. The first major arcana card that popped up in today's reading is for Leo moons and Leo risings. Okay, temperance. We have that. Now let's get straight on to Virgo. Oh my God, this is such a long video, but let's do it anyways. You know, I mean, if you guys put timestamps, then other people can come and benefit from it. So I honestly, I will, yes, it's Navratri. It's a really important time now to put all this information out. So everybody can benefit, everybody can be happy, okay? Now let's get straight to Virgo. Now Rahu is moving from your 9th to your 8th, okay? And Ketu is moving from your 3rd to your 2nd. So you're having that 8th house activation. You're also having that 2nd house activation. Remember, 2nd house is Marakasthan as well. 8th house also Marakasthan. So, you know, that is something we've got to think of. It's a complicated transit, to say the least. Transits, both Rahu, Ketu. So there will be a spiritual yearning that you shall witness about yourself, that there's just something shifting, something changing in the way you perceive things, in the way you perceive reality. You know, you're ruled by Mercury. Virgo is the exaltation of Mercury. So you have this very mental energy, very mental energy. But you see that there's a shift. there's a change in the way you do things, in the way you expect things, in the way you judge things. Okay, there's a deep internal craving for something that you can't quite put words to. Okay, you can't quite express it. It's inexplicable, right? And a ton of you will just start reading scriptures. Okay, so whichever system you belong to, whatever system appeals to you, you will start to read those scriptures. Now there will be tons of distractions and tons of confusion that's happening around you. Remember, 8th house, 2nd house, complicated. It's creating this kind of confusion inside, and you don't know what to do. So it's pushing you deeper and deeper inside. And you're forced to look, when you're so tired of looking out, you close your eyes and you focus inside. And there's a different kind of an awareness that is creeping up on you, a different kind of a strength, if I may call it. Okay? There will be problems with the father, with the boss, with problems with guru or mentor. And you feel let down at this time by such people. You feel let down. You feel like, even if you've forgiven them, you feel like this nausea that's welling up inside of you of, what they've done, and it just keeps playing on your mind. Allow, flow, be, relax completely, and take a deep breath and begin again. Face that. You go into that discomfort, sit with that discomfort. Instead of just, flipping out and, scattering your energy all over, sit patiently with that discomfort. And a lot will be revealed to you, Virgo, okay? Because this is an internal change that's happening. Something deep that's happening. And if you feel let down by people, the forgiveness ritual is very important. If you want to know more about the forgiveness ritual, drop me an email. Now, sicknesses, okay, can happen. Ton of sicknesses, 8th house. Also, people may notice that you're becoming kind of mean, okay? Mean, like, you just don't want to be disturbed. You're like, just leave me alone, just go. So, take care of that, okay? There could be, you could experience a sudden death of someone very close to you. It could even, for some Virgos, sadly, it could be the loss of a life partner, right? You could be, faced with all of this 8th house issues, and you don't quite know what to do with it. You want to know, and this could bring about, if you lose someone really close to you, like your soulmate or your husband or your wife, and this could create this feeling inside of you to want to know death a bit better. You want to know the mechanism of death. You want to know more about maybe seances, maybe how to communicate with the dead and things like that, okay? Or other worlds are going to be of great interest, the occult, the esoteric, what's hidden. Now, many of you can suffer from gout, again, diet related, gout, rheumatism. Yoga is a must in that case. Problems with fertility. So couples looking to conceive, Virgo rising, even Cancer people, this is not going to be a good transit for you to conceive. Keep that in mind. So conception can bring about its own problems. Fertility complications. So there are many fertility remedies or fertility spells that I do. In case you're going through IVF, do drop me an email and I could help you with that. Now, there is this part of you that right now is operating from a place of pure instinct, and you want to just do things, and you feel like this had to be said, this had to be done, and you just do it. You don't care about the consequences, and this is noticed by people around you because you're not caring about the consequences like you would. You're just doing things because you're driven by instinct, by almost impulsive, okay? And Virgos are not really impulsive people, so there. Now, a widowhood can occur in some females, so continue on with the remedies for sure. Now, if in school, if you're a youngster in school, education may be hampered. It could be because of, you know, a loss of a parent. It could be because of loss of finances, or, you know, maybe you're in a place which is war-ridden, or maybe you're immigrating somewhere and education can be hampered. There will be a change of school for many Virgo natives, and there could be speech impediments, okay, speech related difficulties, you know, maybe stuttering or something like that can suddenly develop out of the blue in children. Okay, speech impediments can develop, right? So that's something. Now, many people will feel that you have a sinister disposition about you. You know, like you're sinister. You're almost like that eighth house of, and especially if you know, you've been looking at studying death, researching death, wanting to know more about death. You know, there's this aura of death that you could be carrying around, and people may find your disposition rather sinister. And a lot of Virgos are known for their vile tongue anyway, but this in a sense is gonna be, you know, taking it to the next level. So be careful of what you say and how you say it. Be careful of the tonality. Okay, the tonality is the most important thing. Take care of the tone of your voice. Many Virgos will be using abusive language if they don't already. And pessimism, huge surge in pessimism can occur for many of you. And one may see that there is a sudden change in behavior, that they can't quite express, can't understand. There will be an interest in Tantra on the positive side. Mantra for mantra ucharan, as in mantra practice, this is the best time to get into it, Virgo natives. Now, also some people may be the victims of a curse. Okay, of a curse. When Rahu moves into the 8th house, you know, Rahu deals with curses, sorcery, black magic. So oftentimes I've seen that Rahu in the 8th house, people can get cursed, can be the victims of a curse. Loss of money, of course, is indicated in 2nd house, 8th house, other people's money, my money. Loss of money is indicated. Rahu and Ketu are generally malefics. Now, and especially loss of money with regards to shady deals. If you've been, involved in some kind of underhanded dealings, then you may be discovered and you may lose all of that money that you had just made through nefarious means. So just stay clean right now, you know. No shady deals, right? Now, do not invest in stocks and shares and NFTs and Bitcoin and all of that, right? Unless a benefic is supporting Rahu in the 8th. Unless a benefic is supporting Rahu in the 8th, depending upon all Virgo rising, if you have a benefic for your sign who is supporting Rahu in the 8th, then invest in stocks and shares and NFTs and cryptos and blockchain and whatnot. Now, for some of you, if you've been involved in underhanded dealings, your wealth can be confiscated by the government. So be doubly careful, okay, of how to be and what to do and what not to do. Now we come to remedies. First we shall begin with Rahu remedies. Rahu remedies for Virgo. So many notes, I tell you. Keep a black dog, okay, and second is keep a lead nail, a nail made of lead in your pocket, okay. If you can't carry it in your pocket, just keep it in your house, a lead nail, okay. This is your Virgo or your Rahu remedy. Now your Ketu remedy, let's go straight to your Ketu remedy. This is Virgo. Yeah. Worship Lord Ganesha and do not commit adultery. Okay, so keep that in mind for Virgo natives. Worship Ganesha and do not commit adultery. Now, Virgo, for you, I have a tarot card, of course, like for every other sign. So if there's any Virgo watching, put a timestamp. Oh my God, it's such a long video. But we will get through it. I'm sorry, I can't read all of this because now I'm going to concentrate on pulling the card. Oh my, Virgo. Okay, there's something in your mind and you want to write that email, or you want to travel to a certain place, or you want to just, do something. And if you feel like you want to do something, then just go ahead and do it. Okay, Spirit says go ahead and do it, right? So that was a good card actually for Virgo. Now we come to the middle sign and we come to Libra. Okay, very important again because Libra is seeing the entry of Ketu. So Libra ruled by Venus, the Mooltikon of Saturn, the exaltation of Saturn. We have Rahu moving from the 8th to your 7th, and we have Ketu moving from the 2nd to your 1st. So 7th and 1st, two again Kendra houses are getting activated. So check for the placement of Venus, check for the placement of Rahu and Ketu in your D1 and D9 charts. Now, at this time, if you're a Libra and you are indulging in some kind of illegal activities, you can make a lot of money. But karma will catch up on you. So you may feel like, oh, I'm making all of this money and I'm guilt-free and, I don't have to answer to anybody. Or, you cut someone out of the equation and take their share and you're like, okay, I've made all the money, I don't care. This is not going to be helpful to you, believe me. So, Librans, you are ready to embrace love. You want love and you want this kind of crazy intimacy. And I mean, who doesn't? But you want it. You really want, really want it. Rahu moving from 8th to 7th, you want that intimacy. You want to get married. I mean, Librans, you always want to get married. But now you want to get married. You want to find that person. Okay? You're also interested in sex and sexuality and how to express yourself sexually. And remember, whenever first house gets triggered, like for Aries, Rahu's moving into the first, for Libra, Ketu's moving into the first, your physical appearance will change. The way you look is going to change. Now, so you're ready to embrace love, sex, and money. Love, sex, and rock and roll. Okay, you're ready for that. And there could be complications with your health, especially with the uterus, with bladder. So, take care of, urination and UTIs and all of that. Ovaries, okay, as well as I said, UTIs. Be careful of public urinals. Many Librans will see a change of job or will transfer to a new location, new destination, okay? Change of appearance. I told you guys, Ketu in the first house, you're going to change the way you look, okay? And Ketu is headless. So you can literally imagine what you want to look like and you can project it. Believe me, it works. Now, mental makeup, your mental makeover, there's coming. It's a huge shift in the way you think, in the way you perceive reality. It's changing, okay? Keep that in mind. So make sure that the change is towards a better road, okay? Just make sure of that. Many of you will start your own businesses, so all the best for that. But, be careful. Be very careful who you partner up with. your partner, okay? Rahu in your 7th house. Always be careful who you partner up with, right? Even if you're getting married, be careful who you are getting married to. Now, as I said again, 7th house is open enemies. So they are going to be up and about and they will try to thwart you. Okay, now there could be issues with stepchildren. Libra, if you have a stepchild, you may be faced with some kind of an emergency where you have to deal with them, or their biological parent goes away and you have to spend a lot of time with them. Maybe they were just ignoring you and you get to spend some time with them, and this is the time you bond and you truly understand one another. Stepchildren will be a focus for many of you, right? And for some of you, your second child will be in focus as well. Your second child will be in focus. So tend a bit more to your second child, your second issue, and you may help them solve something big in their life. Now, for some of you Librans, your spouse may have cheated in the past. And all of that comes out in the open now. And you're confronted with that betrayal, with that humiliation in society. And, and this literally, makes you very sad. Very sad. It's just, I don't know what to say. When you feel betrayed, when you feel humiliated, it's more than just feeling bad. It's anger, it's resentment, it's the abject loss of a belief, of a relationship, and this is gnawing at you. If you suddenly get faced with all of these things, and you discover that your spouse was cheating on you. Conflicts with the spouse is something I see for all Librans right now. Okay, now if you're single, you are very, very much in luck because, go out and mingle. However, just because you're single, don't expect to meet like your soulmate and like, oh, I met this person and I'm completely in love with them and I'm going to marry them. Don't expect that, because that's not going to happen. The thing that you will face is you won't be able to decide. There'll be many options. You're going out with X, Y, Z, and you won't be able to decide on who to choose, who is to be the person you will land up with, and you can't choose that. So that causes you, because all of them then just become illusions, and you find yourself just chasing all these illusions. Like, am I going to go with this person? I'm going to go with that person. This person looks good. This person's smarter. It's endless. Where does it stop? So keep that in mind. Decisions are important. I mean, Libra, you're not known for your decisions anyway, but what to say? Develop, work on that, okay? Now, for many of you, travel plans will fizzle. So don't buy a ticket. Just wait it out, okay? And if you are traveling for work, then that travel could be unproductive. So it's best to understand that and not have high hopes, to understand how you may counter this energy. Okay, my travel can be unproductive, so how do I make it more productive? What can I do? How do I add to my itinerary so it becomes more productive, right? It's just something you've got to work out. But travel, by and large, is going to be unproductive. Now, some of you may lose your mother's father, okay, who we call Nanaji in India. And some of you may lose your father's mother, or someone whom we call Dadiji in India. Okay, so mother's father or father's mother. If your grandparents are old, you may lose your nani or your dadaji, okay, or your dadiji, nanaji or your dadiji. Now, many Librans will experience an increase in headaches, tons of headaches. So don't go junking up on pharmaceuticals. Be mindful. Uh, Also, there's something else about you Librans right now. Suddenly you'll get excited and suddenly you'll fizzle out. So this sudden excitability, in this sudden excitability, you may just start something or say something and then not follow it through. And sudden excitability may get all like completely worked up and then just fizzle out. So there. Vata complaints can happen, airy imbalances, piles for some of you, but there will definitely be an energy increase also. Now, skin diseases can happen, especially if in that first house some malefics are sitting. Skin diseases can occur. Now, we've done Libra. Okay, now we are going to do your remedies. Okay, we are going to do Rahu remedies first and then we are going to do Ketu remedies. So let us begin with your Rahu remedies, Libra. Offer 6 coconuts in the river. 6 coconuts. If you can, remedy B is 1 coconut every day in running water for at least 11 days or 46 days. So first remedy, 6 coconuts in river, or second remedy is 1 coconut every day in running water for either 11 days or 46 days. Okay, and your Ketu remedy. Now let's come to your Ketu remedy, which is with which sign are we right now? With Libra, yeah, with Libra. Wait. Okay, yeah. Please don't abuse. Please don't abuse. And also use saffron tilak. Okay, Libras. Now, let us understand what Spirit wants you to know. Your tarot reading for this Rahu Ketu transit. Okay, this card just popped out for you. So, again, last card, 8 of Wands. Take action. But I'm just going to leave this aside. And I'm going to choose a brand new card for you, Librans. Let's see. Okay, 5 of Cups. So there's going to be a melancholic feeling about what you've lost. Ketu in the first house always brings about that melancholia. So all the best. Rahu in the 7th brings this kind of, subversive feeling about marriage and commitment. So, there's going to be loss, there's going to be betrayal, there's going to be humiliation. But you got to pick yourself up, and instead of, just crying over spilled milk, actually, in the tarot deck, I find that 5 of Cups and 4 of Cups are actually 2 cards that speak of a lack of gratitude. So maybe develop an attitude of gratitude. That could be really good for you, Librans. Now let's get straight to Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. This is Vedic Scorpio, sidereal Scorpio, ruled by Mars. Rahu is moving from your 7th to your 6th. Okay, Ketu is moving from your 1st to your 12th. It's a problematic transit. Why? Because it's 6th house and the 12th house. Complications, hidden enemies are galore. Many of you Scorpios may land up having surgeries. Okay, surgeries. And if you're a student and you're looking to pass a competitive exam, then congratulations is on the way, because you are going to ace that examination now. Now, there will be a time when you will feel like giving it all up, because as I said, it's a hard transit, it's not an easy transit, and you will have a very difficult relationship with people around you, with family, with friends, okay, with your spouse. And many Scorpios will see divorce, ultimate divorce taking place. And this will happen before April. So it's already happened. Many Scorpios, Vedic Scorpios, have already gotten divorced. Now, many Scorpios will find that they have become the brunt of gossip and rumors. People are going to spread a lot of nonsense. Sixth house, gossip, rumors, and all of that. So you're going to find that a lot of people are just spreading nonsense about you. They're mutilating your reputation. They're completely disparaging you, and you don't deserve this. And this is harmful for your public image. If you work in a company, it's harmful for your promotions, for you to be, for you to go up the corporate ladder. So keep that in mind, right? Because no matter what, you find yourself confronted with situations and people that are berating you continuously, or you find that they are showing you in a bad light, and also things happening that you're not being able to do your best, and you can't understand why. Situations are hard, things are hard, expressing yourself is hard, and people are just showing you in this kind of negative light. So you feel like you're banging your head against a wall, and no matter how hard you try, it's not getting any easier. Now, confusion, yes, confusion, anxiety, vacillating between what to do this or do that, constantly changing your mind. This can occur. So be careful of taking major decisions in your life. Be careful of taking major life decisions. Another thing is, always be open and honest to spouse. Be open and honest to spouse. Believe me, a lot of things may have been churned with Rahu already going through your 7th, and now that Rahu is about to shift, a lot of this may come up for you to resolve. Like, they're just about to shift now, and you've had this whole year to deal with this kind of churning, nigrido is what Rahu and Ketu cause, nigrido, the blackening. So, you feel like wherever you're going, your name is being blackened. Like, for what? So always be open and honest to spouse at this time, right? Even if you're having a divorce and you have children to raise, okay? Be open. And many of you are going to be smitten by someone. You have a crush, and yes, it's possibly what lightens up your day, brightens up your day, and it's absolutely fine for you to have a crush. Now, if you're looking for a new job, please start applying after April. Any new positions, okay, even if in the same company you want a different post or you want an upgrade, apply after April, okay? But before that, please spruce up your resume. Make sure your social media profiles are looking good and professional. Delete any kind of, bigoted, fanatic, racist, or anything like that. Don't keep on. Even if you're tagged in a post like that, spruce up your social media and your resume, people. Now, many of you Scorpios will commit adultery at this time, and if you do the remedies correctly, if you have a strong Mars, your enemies will lose, okay? And you will be able to rise to the top, destroying all hurdles, all obstacles, okay? A Bagalamukhi Homam at this time would be very good for Scorpio natives. Now, however, take care of your nervous system, because your nervous system could be under attack, not just from what is visible, but also from invisible sources, okay? 12th house, invisible, ghosts, entities, aliens, all of that. Some of you may be picked up for an alien experimentation. I'm just joking, but it could happen, right? So, nervous system. Strengthen your nervous system. Use Kali Phos, Kali, Kali Phosphorus, which is a homeopathic medicine. Okay, it strengthens your nervous system, Kali Phos. Now, there will be prosperity through foreigners. So those Scorpio natives that have associations with foreign people, from foreign shores, you will see a marked rise in your income or your status. Get good money from foreigners at this time. So that's going to be good. You know, good monetary gains through a foreigner, and overall, it looks good financially. Especially, of course, if you have that Mars is well placed, and you know that first house being supported by a benefic, you will make money, prosperity, sudden windfalls, okay, and all of that. However, at this point, you may, face the loss of your moral compass. So your morals, you may lose a bit of that. You're not bothered on morals anymore right now, and this can cause a lot of misfortune. Generally, there is definitely some misfortunes to be experienced with that 6th and the 12th, but you know, morals are important, very important for Scorpios. Otherwise, they can get lost. Okay, it's the job to turn Mars from its lower vibrations of war and bloodshed into the higher vibration of the spiritual force of the force that shapes your spirituality. That transition must be made. So therein, take care of that. Morals are important. Lots of travel. 12th house, lots of travel. Ketu in the 12th, yeah, lots of travel. And there could also be a change of residence for some of you Scorpio natives. Even profession. You may change the place you stay at. You may, change your profession. You may suddenly become, as I said, sudden windfalls, and wealth just comes into your life. You just embrace that wealth and you just receive it. So that helps you up the standard of living. Okay, and if you marry somebody who's higher up, then you up that standard of living. And for some people, that will happen right now. Okay, will happen right now. And it makes you religious, of course, this 12th house transit, mystical, religious, whatever you call it. And it also gives a quest for moksha or liberation. You want to know how to liberate the soul. You want to know how to break this endless cycles of samsara. You want to step out of it. Okay, so you're seeking moksha at this time. Well placed Scorpios are going to have recognition from the state. So you get felicitated by the state. Get an honor, or an honorary citizenship or an honorary doctorate or something like that for your work. Or you get a TED talk, right? Now, there are possibilities of sins, as I said, lose morals and all of that. So, take care of that. Sinning. What is sin to you? How do you define sin? Get to the root of it. All of you Scorpios are going to be spendthrifts at this time, so take care. And money will be spent on wrong things. This 12th house transit can destroy wealth. So take care. Hospitalization can occur for some of you. I said surgery. Surgery can happen. Many of you will experience Kundalini awakening moments, maybe even sex magic or all of that. And many of you will go through a tantric initiation. Right now, some of you may even travel to India to stay in seclusion and live in an ashram and face that time alone, that space of just being aloneness. Aloneness is going to be important for you. Eye diseases can happen. Scorpio, eye disease can happen. Just take care of that. And here we have your remedies. So we will get straight to your Rahu remedies. Now, keep a rectangular silver piece on person. A rectangular silver piece on person. Okay. And second remedy is keep copper coin with grains. You know, where you have all the grains in your house, keep a copper coin there. This was your Rahu remedy. Now your Ketu remedy, Scorpio, is for your second house. Use turmeric as tilak. Okay, turmeric as tilak every day if you can. If you can't make a big tilak, just touch your third eye, your Ajna chakra with turmeric. And second is feed monkeys gourd or jaggery. I mean, this is a Lal Kitab remedy. So I know a lot of you will not be able to feed a jaggery to a monkey. So it's okay. It's, you know, I just had to say it. It's a very old Lal Kitab remedy for Ketu in the second. Now, we come to Sagittarius. Yes. Oh, no, sorry. We have tarot reading for our dear beloved Scorpio. Oh my God. Okay. So we have, now after this, we have Saggy, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. So we have 4 signs after this. So if you're watching and you can, put a timestamp down, please. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and become a member. Scorpio, a time of convalescence, the 12th house, right? Time of convalescence, time to just quieten that mind, time to just, you know, a 4 of swords, put away all the arsenal, put away the swords, time to sit, relax, contemplate, introspect. A new idea is taking, you know, taking birth inside of you. So keep that in mind. 4 of Swords is a card for Vedic Scorpio for this Rahu Ketu transits into Aries and Libra. Now, Sagittarius is it. Let's begin your journey. Now, Sagittarius, Rahu is moving from the 6th to the 5th. Okay. And Ketu from 12th to the 11th. Now, there will be a ton of pregnancy complications with couples that are looking to conceive, okay, especially with IVF or, you know, other kinds of fertility drugs can be counterproductive. So keep in mind as to, you know, what you consume. Now, for many of the Sagittarius natives, you will see the birth of a female child. Okay, and at this time you may find yourself getting quite heated up, you know, because you have this rash temper about you. You can be quite brash anyways, but you have this rashness about you right now. Okay, you can be absent-minded, you can be callous, but you're creative overall. There's something breeding inside of you with that 5th house activation and that Ketu in the 11th. Both very benefic houses actually. Now, you're creative, but you want to hoard money. You know, Sagittarius is not known to keep money, right? They just like to spend it. But this transit will see a different side of you. You want to preserve all this money. You want to take care of your money. It may have you rethinking your commitment to money and what it means to you and how you want to, you know, look after your own finances. This is going to be a very important transit to define money for you, believe me. Life will overall be good for Sagittarius people. It's not a difficult transit. And all kinds of good experiences will serenade you, right? So, you know, be open, you know, just open your heart, chant, allow, flow, be. And all of these wonderful experiences will come serenading you. Like Rahu in the 5th house, a bam, appearance of a foreign person as your love interest. And then Ketu in the 11th, you may just, find that person online. So there. There will be success, there will be luck, and you will also be interested to learn new things. Isn't that wonderful? Friends will be there to support you. You will get the support system around you. You will have a support system around you, okay? And it makes you feel good, makes you feel good. If you've been ailing from some kind of disease, then your health is on the rebound. You're going to get better. Just believe, just do what you're doing. Look at alternative ways to heal. Something maybe you find online can trigger your healing, and you see that your health is improving. Good experiences are just coming your way, right? So it's a good time, believe me. And you'll be very pleasing to look at, pleasing with people, and you also dress better than you ever did. So your wardrobe will see a complete, reshuffling, a refurbishing, or you can just decide to revamp your whole wardrobe. You dress better, and you are being noticed by people, and people are being impressed by you, like you impress people, and this opens up your luck to receive crazy amounts of windfall. Like you just get this, get that. If you have a YouTube channel, somebody may just come, if you're doing a live like this, somebody may just come live and give you $1,000. Windfalls are there. Like you're getting random donations, you're getting whatever the work you're trying to do. If you're launching a business, you see complete sales taking place. If you're writing a book, you see that sales are spiking, your stats is spiking. If you write a blog, all of this good experiences, definitely, right? And as I said, that this is the time for you to attain all desires, okay, unless of course the malefic disturbing that 11th house is gonna be like blessings from all sides, and you get a chance to fulfill some of your desires, if not all of your desires. And this transit, actually, I have to say, makes you shift into a different spectrum, into a different frequency level. It brings you closer to the divine truth. It shifts your soul into a more purer vibration. Okay, so I'm very happy to say that the Sagittarius, you will feel this now. And also your ruler Jupiter is entering Pisces the same month. So, this is going to be amazing for you. Now, if you've had sudden legal problems that have occurred in the beginning of the year, right, 2022, and you were unable to resolve them, you will find resolution very quickly. Your legal troubles will resolve, okay? You will not even need to do a lot. They will be resolved. And if there's a verdict, you will be favored in the verdict. So there. Now, a lot of you people are going to be excited about long distance travel. A lot of you are going to be taking trips abroad for education, for your community, for your any kind of organization, that 11th house, larger communities, right? And you're going to be taking this work to maybe a seminar, or maybe some kind of gathering, and you're taking this work that your community does, and you're taking it across the 7 seas to share with other people, and this will bring you a lot of success, right? Doctors, Sagittarius doctors, lawyers will do will do a lot more work now. April 2022, a lot more work will come your way, okay? And you'll gain more popularity, right? So you see that your clients are talking to one another, they're sharing good reviews about you online, and more people are coming to you. So that's something. However, many Sagittarians will become obsessed with someone new. even if they have a partner, they will become obsessed with someone. So much so that concentration can be hard, because they're all the time thinking about this person, and they can't concentrate. And also at this time, generally, Rahu in the 5th house, concentration's not great. Ketu in the 11th house, concentration is not great. Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, great with the overall picture, but not great with detailing, not great with concentration or being focused. Sagittarius distributed fire is not known for its focus or its concentration. Uh, and you also, a lot of you may be forced to do something wrong or illegal because of peer pressure. So that's something, you need to steer completely away from that. Hazing, ragging can take place for some of those students going for university education. Now, you may be studying something, right? And you may be studying and you're spending a lot of time understanding that subject, but it is not clear to you. Clarity will come. Just keep at it. Use Jupiterian tools of, getting to the truth to understand it a bit better. Because, the subject that you're studying is obscure in your mind somewhere. Okay, it's obscure. So that, and you can't understand it easily. New romance for many people, interest in hobbies, and hobbies can be monetized. That 5th house, right? Rahu in the 5th house. Launch your IT business, launch your website. Rahu's astrology business, 5th house, right? All kinds of online businesses are good to go right now. So all you Sagittarius people, launch that online business. Now let's get straight to your Rahu remedies. Okay, use saffron tilak, right? Again, saffron is, I don't know, saffron, right? Zafran, what we call. Take some saffron and just put it here in your Ajna chakra, okay? Second is wear gold. It could be tiny little ear things. Jupiter remedies actually ear piercing the ear. So, yeah, wear gold. This is your Rahu remedy. And, when you come to your Ketu remedy, offer rice in flowing water. Offer rice in flowing water. And second remedy is wear gold. So all you Sagis out there, I suggest you wear gold. Okay, buy something small, something gold if you don't have, and wear it. Now coming to your tarot, Sagittarius, if there's anybody who's Sagittarius, please leave a timestamp, and so people can come back to it. Let's understand what Spirit wants you to know, Sagittarius. Your card, new romance. Were we not talking about that? So King of Cups. King of Cups is a very healing energy. It's also got to do with cinema. 5th house. Many Sagittarius people can become actors right now and find the right mentor. As I said, healing, life serenades you with good experiences. So, we associate Pisces with music, so there's this crazy Neptunian energy about King of Cups, healing, just allow, flow, be, swimming in the deep waters of creation, something like that. Could be a love interest, could be a healer, could be a mentor, a guru that comes into your life and brings that much needed peace, bliss, and tranquility. So that was a nice card though, Saggy. Now we come to Capricorn, the children of Saturn now, Capricorn and Aquarius, and then we have Pisces. So let's get straight to understanding how this transit will affect Capricorn. Capricorn, Rahu is moving from 5th to 4th. Okay, and Ketu is moving from 11th to 10th. Now, there will be definitely an increase in, and for Capricorn, this is your 10th house, whoa, increase in society. People will notice you, people will see the work you do, people will realize you're the boss. You think long term, you strategize to perfection, and you shall attain head position at this time, okay, in your company. However, you may find yourself in the company of less desirable people, what people may even call lowly friends in society. People may see that you're associating with people who are maybe not of high moral values, or maybe they're teaching you something wrong, uh, sorry, pushing you on the wrong path, right? So be careful of that. Some of you Capricornians, your wife can get sick, okay? And for some of you, you may feel like you've worked really hard, you've come to the top position, but your financial increase has not been substantial. It's not equal to the rise in position. Your position may have been very elevated, but your financial gains are somewhat marginalized. And you feel that, you're like, I'm not making the kind of money that I should. At this time, there could be disputes with relatives, okay? Fourth house, maybe over inheritance. Maybe your relatives feel like, certain familial possessions were not distributed evenly. So they could have some kind of, grudge. They could begrudge you for something. Or you could feel like, okay, when my mother died, my sister came and cleaned out the cupboard, and, I don't have anything from my mom's cupboard, and my sister took everything, and I want to talk to her about it. But this can cause friction, disputes with relatives, and this greatly hardens we are on Capricorn, Vedic Capricorn. So this can greatly harden your heart, and instead of, reacting with rawness, and instead of reacting with vulnerability, you decide to just, be ruthlessly callous. And this is a defense mechanism that you're applying. But people don't understand that. They're like, oh my God, he's just a heartless bastard, or she's just a heartless bitch, right? Many of you will see the birth of a girl child again, and of course you're very stubborn at this time. Now, not good for married life. This transit is going to affect your married life. A lot of friction, a lot of jealousy, suspicion, okay, and your spouse may confide in her mother, and your mother-in-law may demean you or insult you, try to dominate you, try to overpower you, and you feel like you're being manipulated by your in-law, especially your mother-in-law, okay, and you feel like they are demeaning you. And not just your mother-in-law, your spouse's siblings can also fight with you at this time, because again, inheritance, who gets what, who gets how much, okay? So your mother-in-law and your spouse's siblings can cause a lot of distress at this time for Capricorn moons and ascendants. Okay, now if your mother's been ailing from some kind of disease, then expect really good news, for your mother will find the right treatment. Okay, your mother will find the right treatment that will help her heal completely. And it will not be the treatment that you expect. It will be completely unforeseen, and it'll come suddenly, and your mother will suddenly find healing. And this is very nice, it's very nice, and you'll have a sudden upliftment, because you may be, you may have been expecting your mother to pass, and then suddenly your mother heals almost miraculously. You're like, oh my God, it's a miracle. Okay, so there. But there will be a lot of rifts. There'll be a rift, or a lot of distance that will be created with the father. Okay, father and you will not see eye to eye at this time. Now, if you've been doing the right work, Capricorn moons and rising, this is the time that you will become famous. Maybe famous online for the work you do, celebrity, or famous in your job, or in your, in your profession, in your line of work. You become famous. You're a leader, and I mean, people can see that about you. Also, you're going to have an interest in religion. And you're very bold, say what you want to say, express yourself. Be careful of gastric ulcers and stomach related problems, okay? Many Capricornians will see that they've lost the moral compass. They are engaging in vile acts, immoral acts, and they somehow don't care at this stage. They're like, forget it. We'll do what Ketu in the 10th. No, we'll do what we need to do. Ketu creates illusions. So just by pursuing an illusion, you may land up doing vile acts, immoral acts, right? Like that casting couch is a good example of Ketu in the 10th. By just this hunger, this delusion of being this leading lady of the silver screen, you may decide to just have sex with a creepy producer, and then you will possibly regret it. It can give you PTSD. So like that. There will be, and I stress, these vile acts that you perform, they will in some way be forced upon you. Like I said, that casting couch. It's not something you want to do. You're not attracted to that man. That man's got a wife and kids at home, but you're being forced to do it. Either that or you don't get the role, right? So you're forced to do these vile acts. Many obstacles are gonna come in your path. Just be careful. And these obstacles are creating this kind of emotional upheaval inside of you. You're not known to be emotional, but Capricornians, they do have a lot of emotions actually, okay? Especially if the Saturn is in an emotional zone, and depending upon the nakshatra and the pada. Now, and depending upon Saturn's position in the D9, okay? Now, excuse me, I don't know, I never sneeze. Wow, maybe outside, just talking away. It's been a long video, right? Oh my God, look at that. Anyway, so the thing is that a lot of you are going to relearn something new, something old, something that you already learned before, but maybe you didn't complete. And now is the time to get back to it and relearn it, okay? Now, especially if you have a well-placed Rahu, and Rahu operates like Saturn, Ketu operates like Mars. If you have a well-placed Rahu, right, many Capricorn ascendants or moons will build their own home or will invest in real estate, okay? Real estate. You may want to buy your own house. You may become interested to just invest in real estate if you have the money, okay? Or construct property. You may decide to make your own home, build your own home, okay? Many of you. Now take care of your maternal uncle, what we call Mamaji, or your sister's son or your nephew. They may face sudden problems. So keep an eye on them if you're close to them, and if you can, keep an eye on them. Your maternal uncle and your sister's son. Now, the best thing you can do for yourself is start pranayam, anulom vilom, where you breathe through one nostril, take it in, retain it, and exhale again. Inhale, retain, exhale, suspend. Because if you do not take up pranayam at this time, you may see that one nostril is blocked for most of the day, and this can cause a lot of discomfiture if you're not careful. Now, some of you will have amazing savings, and there will be, of course, a surge in in your spiritual awareness. You feel more spiritual, you feel more tuned in to the divine. You will be ambitious, which is good. All Capricornians are ambitious, and that will be heightened by this transit. There will be awards, there will be government jobs, there will be prominence on all levels right now. So, embrace all of that. However, I told you will have home problems, like domestic issues. If you keep on, having all of that resentment inside of you, you can land up being very cruel to your subordinates at work. All this toxicity from your home life that you carry to your workplace can, become a torrential rain for all these poor subordinates who work for you. And it's not their fault. They are not to blame for your situation. So keep that in mind. Okay. Now 10th house, remember, is Maraka to parents. So some of you will lose your parents. And if you appease that Ketu, Ketu will give you wealth from water. Now, this can have a multitude of meanings. Wealth from water. So now let's get straight to your Rahu remedies. Here we are, Capricorn. Now, where the hell is Capricorn? Okay. Okay, there's the Rahu remedies. Okay, first remedy for Rahu, feed blind people. Feed blind people, okay? And second remedy is offer 4 grams of Shrikhand, which is like a sweet curd, in your altar or to a temple, okay? Offer Shrikhand or sweetened yogurt, right, in your altar or to the temple, right? And this will greatly help with your Rahu. Now let's get your Ketu remedy. We've got Capricorn Ketu remedy. Okay, keep a dog and offer yellow flowers in water. Marigold or any kind of yellow flowers, offer them in water. Okay, so we did your Rahu Ketu. Now let's get your tarot card, because after this we have 2 signs and then we are done with this video, which is going to be astronomically long. What can we get? What can we expect for the Capricornian natives? Let's check it out. Wow, King of Wands. Again, the 10th house, you know, interesting. Also 4th house, if your father is a fire sign person. So there's going to be this kind of, you know, movement, structure with your creative thoughts, doing what you want to do, being the boss, being seen, eminence, position of power, leadership, right? All of that is coming your way. Embrace it and all the best. Now we move straight to my favorite Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius moon, of course. Satavisha Nakshatra, Pada 4. So let's get straight to Aquarius. So many pages and pages of channeled messages from the planets, only all for you, brought to you by none other than your digital astrologer, Tinaheals. Okay, Aquarius, here you are having this movement of Rahu from 4th to the 3rd and Ketu from 10th to 9th. Okay, now remember that there will be feuds with brothers, okay, and there will be a lot of short distance travel. Now, I see that a lot of you are engaging with your local communities, your localities, your neighbors, right? You're engaging with them. Now, if your mother's elder brother, okay, your mother's elder brother may be taken sick at this point. There will be pain in the throat for some Aquarians, tonsils, splenditis, which is, you know, inflammation of the spleen, ear infections that could happen for many Aquarians. Overall, understand that your nervous system is weak now, okay, and you know, your nervous system can be attacked. Younger brother may go abroad to study, okay, your younger brother, and to study, you know, overseas, some university or somewhere for a course. Now, many of you are going to have an interest in memory, and you want to enhance your memory. So, you know, some of you will try memory enhancement techniques, drugs. You may apply tech to memory enhancement because you want to know about memories. But remember that humans always make up false memories. Memories become very important to you at this time for some reason, and you want to really look at what memories mean to you. Okay, now all those people who you know, who are commissioned artists or you know, commissioned digital artists maybe, or you know, singers, you're going to receive commissions So it's going to be a good time. You will be able to do your work, get the money, but just remember to speak modestly and openly and clearly and honestly in interviews. Okay, speak about your ambitions, your goals, what you bring to the table, but be humble. Okay, be humble. Humility is a big thing. Remember that. Okay, now sorry, if you want to buy a new phone, it's a great time to do that. Buy a new phone. And a great time to take up blogging, vlogging. So you buy that new phone and you can shoot your you can shoot your vlogs and videos on it. Okay, and it's going to be really good for you. You are interested in dharma and you want to know about how to live righteously, that interests you greatly. Wealth is definitely going to see an increase. Wealth will be increased. Now if you have any problems with your father, kindly try to bridge the gap. Don't burn all the bridges. Try to repair the rift with your father. Speak with him, openly try to talk with him. However, your father may bring up certain things from the past that can leave you resentful, and then you end up having an argument with him, although you started out trying to repair the rift with him. So keep that in mind. Okay, don't bring up the past or don't try to throw the past in someone's face. If you're trying, especially if you're trying to repair a relationship, you got to let it go. Okay, what's in the past stays in the past. Let it go. Now many Aquarians will get married at this time and will marry wealthy, someone way above their station. Okay, and this will give them a lot of time to a lot of finances, a lot of time to speculate about things like humanitarian causes and charities, and many Aquarians will start up their own charities at this point. Okay, NGOs, charities, and this is quite amazing because they will truly embody the philanthropists that they are with this, especially if they have the financial backup. They're not the types to take the money and run away, believe me, no matter how badly Saturn is placed. Now many of you will go back to university. If you wanted to complete your studies, great time to complete the studies. Get your degree. Get your degree right now. Okay, no matter what your age is, get your degree if that's what you want to do. Now sons, okay, male issues or sons need more time, so be gentle with your son. Okay, don't project toxic masculinity on him. Let him be. Okay, he needs more time, he needs more nurturing. Now also spend time with your guru or your mentor if you can. Go and spend some time with them if you can. Initiation is a possibility for many Aquarians at this time. Many of you will be initiated, and if you are a young student sitting for competitive examinations, you will get distracted. You may land up failing, okay, because you did not check your spellings or your grammar, or something so benign can destroy your marks and you'll end up getting a D. So please don't get so distracted. Okay, if you've been suffering with a chronic disease, the cure is coming. It's very close to you and you will suddenly find the cure for your disease. Now many Aquarians at this time will be interested to learn the art of public speaking. Third house, learn the art of public speaking, because many of you can be great motivational speakers and coaches. Aquarians, I've always noticed that, great coaches, great motivational speakers. Okay, and if you have, so learn public speaking and actually go out there and try to talk to a room full of people. If you fear it, do it even more, right? Do it. Now if you have an interest in starting a business, start a business that deals with communication. Okay, any kind of communication business, communication based business, writing, providing content and all of that, right? Newspaper, weekly newsletter, all of that. Now if you have an old business, then now would be a good time to spruce it up, get the website done, get all of the work done, get everything, checked out, and then relaunch your brand again. I think that'll be very important, and that's what I want to do as well. I want to actually restructure my logo, and I want to relaunch my brand again. So let's see how that happens, and spruce up my website and all of that. If you are a salaried person, that's you work for a company or you work for a corporation or the government, then you may experience a transfer. You can get transferred from one city to the other. In the say, it could be a different country because third and ninth. So, you just travel, short distance travel, long distance travel, both of that could happen. Now, just take care of what you say. Just take care of what you say. That's all I'm going to say here. People can be greatly hurt by what you express at this time. Okay, Rahu in the third. So take that. Now, many of you will have a chance to rejoice, celebrate, because there'll be tons of getaways and parties for you to enjoy. So, hurrah! Have fun. Now, if you do not know how to ground that mind, that constant vacillating, disturbed mind, then please start the practice of yoga. Okay, please start the practice of yoga. Now let's come straight to your Rahu remedies. Now, a Rahu remedy for Aquarius is wear iron if you can, or carry iron, an iron object. And the second remedy is give small change to the sweeper. Small change, okay, like $1, $2, just something to the sweepers. Okay, somebody maybe who cleans your house or whatever. Now, Ketu remedy for Aquarius, donate milk and sugar. If you're vegan, you can donate almond milk, cashew milk, okay? And second article of donation is donate pulses, okay? Now, let's do Aquarius, let's do your tarot. And then we have one sign left and I can end this live, which is like possibly one of the longest lives I've done, but then it's Rahu and Ketu. What do you expect? It's predictions for all the signs. Hopefully you guys will share, like, comment, consider becoming a member. Aquarius. Wow, we picked King of Cups for Capricorn, I think. It's the same thing. So healing, being calm, being grounded in those emotions that you feel, finding help to heal. I said if you have any kind of chronic illness, you are going to find the healing right now. This King of Cups has the right remedy for you. After I end the thing, you can go back and check Capricorn because it's right before this. Now, let's start off with Pisces. A lot of channeled information. I know it's like pages and pages. I think it's like 35 pages or something. So you're not going to spend any time being distracted. We will get straight to Pisces. Okay. Now Pisces, Rahu is moving from 3rd to 2nd. And Ketu is moving from 9th to 8th. It's a difficult transit. Both 2nd house is Marakasthana and 8th house is house of death. Okay, so I will read later. I have to get back. Okay, now for Pisces people, there will be an increase of wealth. Okay, you will definitely earn more money. You will receive more money for the services you render. Money will come to you, okay, but there will be tons of useless expenditures, okay. Now, there could be a sudden death in the family, Marakasthana, remember I told you. So, that could leave you absolutely bereft, especially if it's someone really close to you. There could be a right eye injury in the right eye. Many of you can develop power in the right eye, cylindrical power especially. many of you will now embark on a second marriage, okay? And some of you will want to make investments. You just want to make invest second and eighth house. You want to make investments. You want to know, where to invest that money. So some losses, some gains. Just be careful of where you invest in, right? Now, some of you can lose your home due to mortgages. Take care of that. Eighth house is mortgage, debt, tax, inheritance, and all of that. Okay. Now, and for some Pisces, you may lose some of your assets because they can get liquidized. Okay, you may have to liquidize your assets, maybe your gold or your home or your car or something valuable that you've had, and you have to liquidize it to get money. Okay, and that's very upsetting. Of course, a lot of you will make new friends, and they'll all be foreign people from different countries, which is amazing because now we have the internet, so we all can connect with one another, and there will be money made through foreigners. So if you have a business, you will see that a lot of foreign people are buying your goods or your services. Okay, now your younger brother may gift you some tech, maybe a phone or maybe a game or a PS or something like that. Okay, now finances can be tight beginning this 2022, and you may feel overburdened at work, like, oh my god, I have all of these responsibilities and yet my money is so tight, right? But things are gonna get better. There will be fight with the mother. Take care of that, because you are out there speaking all of these harsh truths. You show her the trauma, the PTSD you faced because of her, something that happened with your mother, and you cannot forgive her. Even if you try to forgive her, your Pisces is the sign of forgiveness. So you try to forgive her, you even fool yourself into thinking that you've forgiven her, but there's just something that keeps nagging at you. There's something that keeps nagging at you, and you just bring it up, and you have a fight. So there. Problems can happen with throat, teeth, eyes, and also ejaculation problems or erectile dysfunction can occur. Okay, sexual problems. There will be sorrows because of this, of course, and you may feel disgraced if you have erectile dysfunction, and you have someone out there wanting to make love to you, and you can feel this disgrace that how do I what do I do, right? You can be taken up for non-payment of debt or taxes, or your car can be confiscated if you haven't paid your EMI, okay, easy monthly installments. So take care of that. Also inheritance. If you receive something and if you don't pay the correct tax, then it can get confiscated. So take care of that. But there will be inheritances that you can expect at this time. Money coming from other people, right? Like life insurance. Somebody close to you dies and you get life insurance money, or just lottery money. Many Pisces will speculate in lottery tickets and they will win. Now some Pisces natives, female natives, may find themselves sailing across 7 seas to live with her husband's relatives after her marriage, and in a foreign country. Okay, and depending upon, of course, the placement of Jupiter, Rahu and Ketu, those experiences will either be good or bad. Now, of course, coming to a man's house and being with his family and trying to, be his family poses its own set of challenges, and then, in foreign shores. So the adaptability factor, right? So take care of that. Pisces, people who are traveling to a different country to live with your in-laws. Okay, certain difficult experiences may follow you. Now, there will be a ton of synchronicities, mystical signs, messages from spirit that you will receive. Now, because of this, 8th house, the mental health issue can be compromised. Some may be victims of black magic, sorcery, and there will also be interest for some Pisces people to dabble in black magic and sorcery. And some will try to put a curse on someone. Don't do that. Don't get into that. Cursing and all is just childish and a waste of time, believe me. Just actually gives you bad luck. Now, as I said, you will either have interest in it and you will become the victim, or it could also happen like this, that you become a victim of sorcery or black magic, and then you start looking into it and researching on it, and then you develop an interest towards it. It can happen that way too. Okay. However, if you feel like you have black magic done on you, then please use one of the mantras on my YouTube channel to remove black magic. Now, sadly, if you are a psychopath, Pisces, if you're a serial killer, then you may find greater pleasure in killing people. Okay, presuming there are no serial killers watching this, no psychopaths watching this. It's not necessary that a psychopath has to become a killer, but they can, it's a veritable choice. It can happen. Now, many of you will experience, one night stands, adultery can be a theme, mysterious experiences, things that you can't explain with the rational mind, no words. Such experiences will come your way. Now, some Pisces will give their spouses a really hard time. Okay, and they can become this ephemeral, not at all easy to understand persona. The wife, the husbands are literally tearing their hair apart, right? Like, how do I understand this person? So that now a lot of you can get into partnerships with crooks. So, and your friends may just walk away from you because of that, because of your association with the wrong crowd. And you can also experience a severe injury. Okay, so just take care. Like I said that Rahu, okay, let me give you your remedies first. Nakshatras, I think I did that day though. But I still just want to mention a bit about the nakshatras. Okay, Pisces. Keep fennel seeds, saunf, what we call fennel seeds, under the pillow when you sleep at night. Okay, and second remedy is eat in the kitchen. If you have an open kitchen, great. Eat in the kitchen. Okay, now Ketu remedy for Pisces. Wear gold in the ear. Pierce your ears and keep a dog. Okay, and third remedy is give blankets to old people. This is Ketu remedy. Okay, now for Pisces, I've given you your astrology, I've given you your Rahu remedy, Ketu remedy. Now one card before I just talk briefly on the nakshatras, so you understand what nakshatra is getting activated, and you can work accordingly. Also, if you are a nakshatra ruled by Rahu or Ketu, you will be greatly affected. Rahu nakshatras being Ardra, Swati and Satavisha. Ketu nakshatras being Ashwini, Magha and Mula. So all of these nakshatra people are going to feel it like cray. So without wasting any time, let's get to our Pisces reading. Okay, Pisces, okay, communication will not be clear. Understanding, clarity, there's no clarity right now. You may miscommunicate your ideas. You may write the wrong thing in the email or the text. Just be mindful of what you say and how you say it and how you express yourself, because it's going to be really important for you. Okay, now I have ended all the 12 signs predictions, so please like, comments, share, subscribe. Okay, first things first, and please consider becoming a member of the channel. Okay, it's not so much as what you will get right now from the membership actually, although I'm offering a sun moon ascendant video to everybody that joins. But I'll still tell you one thing, that if you support the channel, it's like less than the price of a coffee. So it's like, think of taking me out for a coffee. And yes, please drop me an email. I always offer personalized readings as video reports and tarot reading after that. So please write to me if you want to book a reading, of course. And also, this is how I keep my tarot. Yeah, Mercury, the color of Mercury. Um, Tina at tinaheals.com. Very easy email. Tina, which is the first name, at tinaheals.com. Oh yeah, they're very nice to shuffle actually. They're giant tarot cards, a giant Rider Waite and Smith. And then I put them here. And then I have this little glittery thing. And then I put it inside, okay, like this. Good night now, my. You want to say bye to my tarot, please? Bye bye, tarot. Good night. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, my dear tarot. I do have a tarot reading at 2 in the night. No, I'm not done. I am yet to finish talking about the nakshatras. Okay, I'm not done. We might as well, wrap up with all of that. Now, another thing that I wanted to make a video on actually is complete Rahu remedies that I channeled, that are going to be very important for a lot of people, because as I said, Rahu nakshatras like Ardra, Satavisha, all of these guys, you're going to need to work with Rahu's energies. Okay, now this is what I wanted to talk about. So we're just going to keep that Rahu. And another video that I really want to make today, I'm not going to give up right away, is another commissioned video where I explain to you how to worship Tripura Bhairavi for Lagna afflictions. Okay, that's another video I have that I'm going to do. But I've also got this whole bunch of Rahu remedies that I want to give out. So there, let's hope I can get them. Oh wow, Hasta video is done, and I'm really shocked that the Hasta video has not got a lot of hits. Guys, share the nakshatra videos. You won't find any other nakshatra videos like that on YouTube. So please let us understand the nakshatras. So who will be affected? Rahu nakshatra people, Ketu nakshatra people. Who are the Rahu nakshatra people? Ardra, Swati, Satavisha. Bam. Ketu, Ashwini, Magha, Mula. Okay, these 6 nakshatras are definitely getting affected by Rahu and Ketu's transit. Now, Rahu is moving into sidereal Aries. Ketu is moving into sidereal Libra. So now when Rahu moves into Aries, Rahu will touch Pada 1. Okay, Pada 1. Because Kritika, Pada 1 of Kritika, because Kritika nakshatra Pada 1 is in Aries, Pada 2, 3, 4 are in Taurus. Kritika nakshatra, okay. Now we have the first Pada in Kritika, where it is going to, and then once it goes through Kritika's first Pada, which is Pisces Navamsa, then it's going to go through the 4 padas of Bharani. Okay, 4 padas of Bharani and then 4 padas of Ashwini. And Bharani we know is ruled by Venus, and Ashwini we know is ruled by Ketu. So Rahu will at a time enter Ketu's nakshatra. Venus and Ketu's nakshatra. Rahu is not friendly to Venus at all. Now Ketu, what is Ketu doing? So who are going to be thing now? Kritika nakshatra people will be affected, especially Pada 1 people. Bharani nakshatra people will get the fields, and Ashwini, the first nakshatra, will get the fields. Okay. Now, Ketu is entering Vishakha. From Vishakha, it goes through 3 padas, 1, 2, and 3, and then 4 padas of Swati, which is ruled by Rahu again. So, Ketu will move into Rahu's domain. And 2 padas of Chitra, right? Chitra ruled by Mars. So, there. Now, like I've already mentioned this, I think if you remember, this last happened 2003 August to 2005 March. Now, can anyone remember what was going on in their lives at that point? And if you can journal about it, then you will see a lot of answers coming to you just by understanding what you were experiencing at this time frame. Okay, so Uchishta Ganpati sadhana will greatly help everybody. I've got tons of videos on Uchishta Ganpati and tons and tons of videos on his sadhana and his kriya. I offer workshops. Also learning the Dasha Mahavidyas. Okay, learning each planet. I also offer planetary archetype workshops. So each planet is discussed in great detail with homework. Okay, and one-on-one classes. So you just don't, you just don't get like a written thing and then you have to memorize it and then nothing like that. You speak with me and concepts become clear in your mind just by talking with me. Okay, so that is how I teach astrology, using astrology to lead a more fulfilled life and all of that. So I'm going to end today by a small Ganpati mantra, and it is this very beautiful mantra. Gananam tva ganapatiyum havamahe kavim kavina upamashravastamam jeshtarajam brahmana brahmanaspatayana shunbrunoti siddhasadhanam Mahaganapataye Namaha. So thank you. And that was a raw OMG 3 hours. So speak to you soon, guys. Bye.